Hello everyone and welcome to the next in our series of daily origami for YouTube. Today we're going to continue doing some fun traditional origami, and today we're going to make a shirt with a collar. And the nice thing about this origami is it works really well with money or currency, so that can be a fun kind of way of giving a gift of money. You can fold it up into a cute little shirt like this. We're going to be using just origami paper, of course, and the beginnings of this are a little, you do start off with a rectangular piece of paper as opposed to a square piece of paper. I'm going to be using just one piece of origami paper cut in half. Now if you didn't want to use scissors, you could just fold it in half, but then you lose the kind of cool effect of having the collar and being white. So yeah, that's kind of something to think about. So we're starting off with paper that's 7.5 by 15 centimeters, and this is a really flexible origami. It doesn't really matter the size, as long as it's a bit rectangular. And then, like I said, that's why currency can work so well with it too. I'll let you guys know the dimensions of everything when we're finished. So we've got our little piece of rectangular paper here, and what I want to do is start off with the collar side facing down. And I'm just going to fold back a little bit of this, and that's going to serve as the space for my collar. So you can kind of decide how far you want to fold. There's no real strict rules. You play around with it a little to see the kind of style of shirt you're trying to make. I'm just going to fold back a little bit there. And then what I want to do is take and fold things in half first. Get a crease going here. And then using that crease, I'm going to do a door base by taking each of these outer edges and folding to the center. Now this is pretty narrow, so it can be a little tricky to do this. You want to kind of start over here with one part, hold it down, bring it down to the other side and hold it down, and then smooth out the middle if you can. That works the best. And do the same thing on the other side too. Get it sort of started over here, get the finishing point marked off, and then just smooth out the middle. Open it up. And then down at the bottom, following the guides of those creases that I've made, I'm just going to fold over here and create a little tiny triangle. So take that bottom edge, fold it up to the crease, do this side too. And if you wanted to, you can put a little crease mark here in the middle by just folding this section and kind of in half, or we can just put it in later as we make the next crease. But we've got that part folded over now, and we want to take everything that we have here and create a crease that goes right between everything, so you can kind of line up with that tip of the white area there as a guide. You should be able to feel the paper's layers underneath too to kind of guide you for how far you're going to fold, but we make that little crease there. Then I also want to take the top part and fold it back as well. You want to make this right even with the white edge as much as you can. Then I want to take the bottom part down here and open stuff up so that I can get this to open up and line up that edge to the outer edge of my paper here. So kind of get that lined up first. You can kind of hold it over there and then just put the crease in. And I'll do the same thing on this side too. Just kind of pick it up, get that crease to match up with this outer edge, and then just put the crease in. Once you get that kind of folded up from there, then we also want to take everything here and just smoosh it out. So we're kind of taking these sides and pushing them out if we can. Get these little parts sticking out on the sides like this. Then on the top, I want to take a little bit of this and angle it into the middle. And you're bringing that tip to the center, and you can kind of play around with this. This is going to determine how wide you want your collar to look. You can choose the angle here. You can have it come up a little higher. There's a couple different ways you can do it, but you could just fold it over and then do the same thing on this side too, trying to get the same kind of angle. Now there's a lot of paper involved right there, so you want to take your time. Make sure you get a good crease. So we have something that looks like this. Then I'm going to just take everything from down here at the bottom and fold it up so that it goes right underneath the collar there. So it's going to go right up into those sides. Get it lined up good and smoosh it out. and that should give you your finished shirt. So depending on the angle of your collar and how wide you made it, you can really kind of play around with stuff about those kinds of things. Gives you a nice little short sleeve shirt there. And the dimensions for the finished shirt are based on how wide my collar was. Of course, going to change that a little bit. But this is 6 centimeters tall, and from sleeve point to sleeve point about 5.5 centimeters wide. That should kind of give you the finished dimensions for this particular project. The paper I used is almost exactly the same size as U.S. currency. It's a little bit, U.S. currency is a little bit narrower and a little bit longer, but it's about the same. So you can get a pretty good result when you use the currency as well. So that is our finished project for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.